Have you ever visited a country that completely left you speechless, making you question everything you thought you knew about cities and people? In 2025, Singapore has become that country for countless travelers from around the world. Unlike the United States, where daily life can feel routine, chaotic, or even stressful, Singapore amazes visitors with its near-perfect balance of order, innovation, and culture. From the moment you step into its streets, something about this city-state makes you pause. The air is clean, the streets are pristine, and the city hums with efficiency. Everything seems to function as if by magic. Public transportation, government services, even day-to-day conveniences operate with precision that feels almost unreal. But it's not just about infrastructure. Singapore's cultural harmony, safety, green spaces, technological advancements, and mouth-watering food culture combine to create an experience that touches every sense. By the end of this video, you'll understand why so many people leave Singapore amazed, inspired, and yes, completely speechless. And you'll see why the United States, despite its size and power, rarely evokes the same reaction. Stay with us, because the reasons are more fascinating than you could ever imagine. The unmatched cleanliness of the city-state. When he first arrived in Singapore, he immediately noticed the streets were pristine, almost unrealistically so. Every corner, every walkway, every public space sparkled. Compared to the United States, where littering and maintenance issues are still common, Singapore's commitment to cleanliness is staggering. In fact, over 80% of Singaporeans actively participate in community cleaning initiatives, and the city has some of the strictest littering laws in the world. A first-time visitor is not just impressed by the lack of trash, he is shocked at the culture that supports it. Even public transportation, which in many American cities can be grimy and unpredictable, is spotless, air-conditioned, and well-maintained. By the time he reached Orchard Road, the main shopping street, he couldn't believe the level of order. The city's cleanliness is not just about aesthetics. It creates an environment where people feel safe, comfortable, and inspired to uphold high standards themselves. The efficiency that feels almost unreal. Singaporeans move through their city like clockwork. Whether it is the traffic system, public transport, or government services, everything runs like a well-oiled machine. While Americans are used to waiting in long lines and dealing with bureaucratic delays, Singaporean systems operate with remarkable speed. For example, the Mass Rapid Transit (MRT) system has over 95% on-time performance, making commuting a breeze. Government services, from renewing licenses to processing visas, often take a fraction of the time compared to the United States. Even ordering food or shopping is streamlined with digital payments, QR codes, and apps that connect all services seamlessly. He was left speechless watching people navigate the city with such precision, realizing that efficiency here is part of the national identity, not just convenience. The safety that feels like a dream. Walking at night in Singapore, he felt a profound sense of security he never experienced in many American cities. Singapore consistently ranks as one of the safest countries in the world, with violent crime rates lower than 5% of those in major US cities. The city-state's strict laws, extensive surveillance, and active policing ensure safety without feeling oppressive. Even as a solo traveler, he could explore neighborhoods, parks, and downtown areas without worry. Americans, in comparison, often have to be hyper-aware of surroundings, avoiding certain areas or times of the day. This overwhelming sense of personal security contributed heavily to why Singapore left him speechless. Safety in Singapore is not just policy, it is an everyday experience. The green city in the concrete jungle. Singapore has mastered the art of blending urban development with nature. Walking through the city, he found himself surrounded by skyscrapers seamlessly integrated with greenery, rooftop gardens, vertical forests, and even an entire nature reserve within the city limits. In 2025, over 70% of Singapore's urban areas are designed with green initiatives in mind, including energy-efficient buildings and extensive tree planting. This level of urban planning contrasts sharply with American cities, where green spaces are often limited or disconnected from commercial districts. The harmony between nature and city life left him stunned. It's not just functional, it's visually and mentally rejuvenating. In Singapore, greenery is not an afterthought, it's a priority. The cultural harmony that feels rare. Another aspect that left him speechless was Singapore's multicultural harmony. Chinese, Malay, Indian and expatriate communities coexist peacefully, celebrating each culture with festivals, food and traditions that enrich the city. Walking through Little India or Chinatown, he saw vibrant, authentic cultures flourishing side by side. In the United States, while diversity exists, cultural clashes, segregation, and inequality often make it challenging to experience this level of everyday harmony. In Singapore, over 90% of people report feeling a sense of unity and mutual respect across ethnic lines. For someone accustomed to cultural friction, this harmonious coexistence was mesmerizing. The futuristic technology everywhere. Singapore is not just a city, it's a living experiment in technology and innovation. From autonomous buses and drones delivering goods to AI-powered public services and smart housing systems, technology is everywhere and practical. Americans, while familiar with innovation, rarely see such widespread integration in daily life. He witnessed citizens using apps to optimize traffic, manage energy consumption, and even monitor their health seamlessly. The convenience is astounding, but the bigger shock was seeing how smoothly it all works together. Technology in Singapore doesn't feel like a novelty, it feels like an indispensable part of life that improves quality for everyone. The food culture, that is simply unbelievable. Finally, he was completely speechless after experiencing Singapore's food culture. While Americans boast fast food and regional cuisine, Singapore offers a combination of affordability, diversity, and quality that is nearly unmatched. Hawker centers serve dishes from every major Asian cuisine at a fraction of what you would pay in the US, yet the hygiene standards rival fine dining establishments. From chili crab to laksa, satay to roti prata, he found flavors he had never experienced, prepared with precision and care. The city's food is more than sustenance. It's a cultural journey in every bite. Even Americans, used to global cuisines, often underestimate the richness of everyday meals in Singapore. So, why does Singapore leave visitors speechless while Americans barely bat an eye? It's the perfect combination of meticulous cleanliness, mind-blowing efficiency, unparalleled safety, and a commitment to green urban spaces. Add in the seamless integration of technology, cultural harmony, and a food scene that is both diverse and affordable, and it's clear why Singapore is more than just a city. It's a world-class experience that sets a new standard for urban living. For anyone visiting in 2025, Singapore challenges expectations and redefines what a modern city can be. The United States, while powerful and influential, doesn't always provide the same awe-inspiring daily experiences that make travelers stop and marvel. Visiting Singapore is not just sightseeing, it's an immersion into a future where urban planning, technology, culture, and human behavior work in perfect harmony. If you want to discover more amazing cities, cultures, and trends that are shaping our world today, make sure to subscribe to Infosphere. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a video, and tell us in the comments which city left you completely speechless and why. Your story might inspire the next adventure.